Myself, Jermaine and Leroy, we're going to talk about the Merseyside Derby now. Liverpool played 5, won 5 in the Premier League. They're absolutely flying. No one can stop them, seemingly, not even their closest rivals. Let's talk specifically about Liverpool. And I want to talk specifically about the midfield and the makeup of the midfield at the moment. If we look at the team that Arne Slot picked at the weekend, it was really interesting because no Florian Wirtz in the team. He decided to leave him out and go for a 3-man midfield, if you like. But 3 midfielders who can all do all the jobs in midfield. They can all play as a 6, they can all play as an 8, and they can all play as a 10. This is supposedly how they lined up. I'm looking at that thinking, do you know what? It wasn't really like that at all for any set period of the game. Sometimes we saw Gravenberch in there, Szoboszlai would come here, McAllister would go into the 10 position, Gravenberch would then come over to the left-hand side. There was such a rotation of position in that midfield 3. All 3 capable of doing all the jobs in midfield.
Exactly, and you know what? It is incredible because, you know, when we played 4-4-2, there's only 2 midfield players in there. And 2 midfield players would usually have a great understanding. You know, one would go, one would stay. You think, they've got a fantastic understanding. But now for 3 of them to have that understanding of when to go and to rotate in the way that they do, it's almost unique, you know, because they can all do, as you said, the 6, the 8 and the 10. Yeah. And no matter what position they're in, they all do it brilliantly because they're all excellent footballers, Jermaine.
It's just a joy to watch. Technically, they're all gifted, they can receive under pressure. You know, to have that freedom to rotate in there makes it very difficult for the opposition. You just don't know who to pick up. You just don't know.
If I asked you, Ryan Gravenberch, what's his best position? Where do you think he's best suited in that midfield role?
Well, last year I thought he was the best 6 in the league. Yeah. By quite a long stretch. But he can get forward, he can score goals, he can...
assists.
He does everything. But off last season, I would say 6. But this season, I'm thinking, he's an 8.
It's really interesting, isn't it? What is Ryan Gravenberch's best position? I asked Leroy what he thought. What about Ryan Gravenberch? What did he think? We sent Owen Hargreaves down to speak to him for a masterclass last season. Here's his answer.
When you came in, did Arne Slot, did he say, Ryan, you're going to be my 6?
No, actually, we had the Euros.
Yeah.
And then after he called me when the Euros finished, and then he talked about the plans what he had with me. So, he said, I see you as an 8, but I want to try you as a 6 this season.
Do you think you'll eventually, or are you going to specialise and be a 6?
To be honest, my favourite position will still be the 8th position. I want to go forward, but because I'm in the 6th position, I can't.
You got Virgil behind you, you got Arne over there saying, Ryan,
stay.
There's the answer. He wants to go forward. He wants to be a number 8. And actually, this weekend against Everton, we saw a bit of that number 8, really, that number 8 role where he was given licence because he's got McAllister, because he's got Szoboszlai around him, to go beyond those at times and get into the opposition box.
I think he's got an argument now because normally you talk about like a pivot, a number 6 who would dictate and stand their position and block passing lanes and good with the ball. But then we don't normally see a number 6 finish like the way he took this goal. It is a world-class finish.
Let's have a look at him in action because he is a 6 as well, and a lot goes through him. You know, he's on the ball now, and I think what's really interesting is how economical he is with the ball. It's 1 and 2 touch, isn't it, Jermaine? Yeah. There's no overthinking it.
It does exactly what the game told you to do.
Moves it,
quick.
Moves it, gets it, moves it. See, look, no more than 2 touches.
That's what he did last season. As a 6, he just leaves the pivot, everything went through him, and he held his position. And you think, OK, that's what gave Liverpool that security. This is just absolutely amazing because if you look at this, you're thinking, well, how are they going to get out? They're marked, 3v3 at the back, everybody's marked up. And, what pass is he going to find? Like, most midfield players, let's go back and start again. Let's just go back to the goalkeeper.
I'll pick the easy option,
You've got Konate behind you, you've got Alisson behind you. Take the easy option. But just play this through slowly because this is absolutely world-class, Jermaine. You can play at half pace. You talk me through it.
Yeah, just like you can see there, he's looking, he's calm, composed. And then people talk about breaking lines, like the top players there. He cuts at 1, 2.
I think you have to give credit to Kirkes.
Yeah.
The movement as well.
The timing
talk about
and the
inverting your fullback, but he's come from this position over here, and he just drifted, hasn't he, into that position. And look, it's brilliant pass. It's a brilliant pass. But you've got to give Kirkhead some credit.
Because sometimes when you see teams that do that, normally they start in there. The ball's over the other side of the pitch and they'll come in and they'll start in there, then they'll play off that. But then to have that, the intelligence and the timing of the movement to go in it at the right time where you can just trust the man on the ball to play to receive on the back foot and then you're running that goal then.
They actually do well, Everton. Get back and make the block.
Yeah.
And this is him again on the ball. I'm just going to just stop it here because this is the position we're saying that where he's in the six, like he's on the ball and before he was getting it and just giving it. But the relationship between, McAllister and Szoboszlai, that's them either side of him. So there's three in midfield. So he's recognised that as well. Yeah. And again, if we play this through Slady Jermain, he's recognised that as well. There's midfield players beside me, so I can just drop forward into that space.
What we've seen him break the lines to find the person who gets in behind Everton's midfield. Mm-hmm. That he's now the person that's got the other side of Everton's midfield. So, you talk about someone who can do it all. It's a wonderful pass.
Well, he would have said to the manager. He would have said to the manager after the game, "Boss, this is why I want to play further forward."
Exactly.
Because I can do this. It's such a hard finish. Yeah. He makes it look so easy.
And again, his starting position. Look where it is. So again, he's breaking the lines again. So he's going the other side.
He's becoming number 10.
He's becoming a number 10, isn't he? Yeah. And what a pass!
I just feel like, you see, when you've got players of that sort of quality, I just feel like you have to give him that freedom. You can't restrict them and say, right, just as number 6 and that, because they offer you so much going forward as well when they're closer to the goal.
Yeah.
It's amazing because, the best coaches that I play with, they just said, you sort out, I'll get you sort out yourselves.
Yeah.
Because they're good players, Jermaine. They say, you do this, you do that. You say, you sort out. And that's what they're doing. And that's what Arne Slot has done with these guys.
He's controlling the game now. Yeah. This is the second half. Yeah. And again, look at how he breaks the line. Just with his movement, and you talk about getting on that half turn and being able to see what's behind you, Jermaine. This is a great position that he picks up. When the ball played into him, he turns and rolls, and he's gone the other side of 2 Everton defenders just with that.
And sometimes you see a lot of players, they don't want it in there. Yeah. When it's too congested, they're like, no, we'll go wide and let me come away from the pressure and then see the picture and then play from there. But he's receiving it under pressure in little pockets, back foot, and it makes it look so easy.
Yeah. Just him taking on the back foot. Look what he does to Ekitike. All of a sudden, Ekitike's looking to run in behind. Yeah. You get to sort of centre forward, threatening the back line, just from his body position and making that take.
Yeah, touch, move. Touch, move. Yeah. He never has too long on the ball.
No.
He's top class.
Yeah, I mean, he's been absolutely terrific. This is his touch map for the game against Everton. 1 shot, 1 goal, 69 touches, covered just under 10 kilometres. But that isn't a number 6, that touch map.
No, and the other thing is he's a great athlete as well as being technically brilliant. He's a fantastic athlete. So, if you get tighter and you stop him playing, he'll just run you off. Mm-hmm. And his flexibility will run you into the ground. And as the game wears on, you'll find he'll eventually find space because he's got everything.
I thought he was terrific last season.
Yeah.
I think he's even better this season. Mm-hmm. I think he's got even better. If I look at it like this is his numbers from last season to this season. Everything's gone up. More touches, more chances created, more completed passes in the opposition half where he can hurt the opposition as well. I think he's getting better. Yeah,
it looks like it's confident. When you have rhythm and you've got that confidence and you've got the freedom from the manager to go and just get on the ball and just go and play, go and express it, go and show people how good you are. Yeah. I just felt it was like a masterclass, and I'd hope that young players, if I was a young player in the academy, a midfield, whether you're 6, 8, 10, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I would study that performance because that was a masterclass performance from him.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And first game of the season when he was missing, and against Brentford, look, the midfield was all over the place. That's because he was missing. And you think about the times when Liverpool haven't had Van Dijk or when Salah's been missing, but he's just as important, I think, to this team in that midfield. Yeah.
This was a quote from Ryan Gravenberch after the game, the Everton game at the weekend. The coach has given me the confidence. This season, we've got more freedom in the midfield. Last season, I was the only number 6, and now I'm allowed to go more forward. I think my strength is also there in attack, so I'm happy with that, and also with the goal. I think that's really interesting, that last season, I was the only number 6, and now I've got licence to go forward more. I think that shows and highlights that rotation that they've got in that midfield.
And it also shows that Liverpool are trying to move forward all the time because it'd be so easy. They won the league. I can't say, look, we'll go and do the same again. But Arne Slot said to me, no, I want more from you. And he's demanding more from his players. He was one of their best players last season. I know you're looking at the starts under Slot in the Premier League. And he's obviously third behind the two big hitters in Virgil van Dijk.
I was going to say, who's the most important player at Liverpool? If I said to you, you'd probably say...
he's one of the most important.
Well,
because
if you ask Arne Slot who's the most important player, Salah, Van Dijk and Gravenberch, the three most important players, they're the ones who play every week.
But without him, as a centre-forward, I can't do what I do. Because if you need that... I need that sort of quality behind me for me to be able to go forward and score goals and give me those chances. And what a player, unbelievable player.
Yeah. Is he more important than Virgil van Dijk? Because the first one that comes to mind would be Virgil van Dijk, and he would be close, just in behind. Would you say he's more important than Virgil?
Of course, because you think, if he got injured, then you can't replace him. You look at the players in the forward areas. They've got that quality now that they can bring people in that are just as good. Yeah. But I mean, of course, with Virgil, if he gets injured, you can't replace him.
I want to get your opinion on Alexander Isak as well. So, Arne Slot now, he's got a dilemma, hasn't he? How does he fit all these players into his team? Where does he play them? Like Florian Wirtz, for instance, left out the team. He's just spent over £100 million on him. He's spent over £100 million on Alexander Isak. He's got these two players now who both on the bench at the weekend. He's got to try and find a way of getting them into the team. And what is his best system?
It's a dream to have that sort of luxury, really, to have those sort of players. Even Ekitike,
if you look at this, Gakpo's been brilliant. Gakpo's been brilliant, hasn't he, on the left-hand side?
Brilliant player.
Ekitike's had a great start to life for Liverpool, playing through the middle. Could it be that
he will play wide? You
think Ekitike goes wide and Isak will come into the middle?
But then the way he started, you can't take him out of the team. The way he started as the number 9, and he seems that he's got that that football personality. He says all the right things that obviously he's learned off Isak said in the interview. Of course, you have to say that, but at the same time, it seems to me that he's one of those players that, no, I'm the number 9. And what was really good, I was happy for him, was even after the game, like Liverpool fans singing his name, and like it was just such a good thing to see in that. So.
And what about Wirtz? Because he came on the left-hand side actually when he came on the pitch. So you can't play Ekitike, Wirtz, Gakpo, all out on that left-hand side, can you?
I think the message on the slot will be given to him is we're trying to win everything. We've got the Champions League, we've got the Cups. So
when you look at this squad, can anybody stop this Liverpool team, do you think, this season?
I don't think so.
Do you see it?
I think they're favourites. I think there's no doubt that they're favourites. They're that good.
They are that good. It's been a blistering start, hasn't it, from Liverpool. Big thank you to Leroy, to Jermaine, and to you for watching, of course. We'll be back.